Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm back with another action figure toy review, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Spider-Man animated series Ben Reilly Spider-Man in the retro packaging. This guy I purchased for roughly $27 retail, and like for the price alone, easily 10 out of 10. Very worth the money. He doesn't come with a whole lot of accessories, not part of a Build-A-Figure line or anything. He basically only comes with swappable hands. And even with that, while he comes with the main three Spider-Man hands, he doesn't come with the alternate like Carnage hands that Ben Reilly in the Absorbing Man wave came with, as well as no alternate head. So the accessories are kind of lacking, but if you're a hardcore collector or you're just a fan of this suit, it's kind of essential. And the body mold that they used for this one is very well articulated. Like getting this guy into this low Spider-Man crouching pose was no problem at all. Very stark contrast compared to my Kitty Pryde episode a couple weeks ago when I was trying to get her to stand on this display stand. It took me literally 15 minutes to get her to stand. So this was a lot better to work with. When I first saw the body mold, I didn't like the articulation for specifically the midsection. I thought it looked very awkward, and it's just because that's not what I was used to. But now after moving him around a little bit, it is a much more natural look to the figure. So I'm gonna go over that in closer detail in a minute, but I'm just gonna go over the box real quick. So it's classic blister packaging, showing off the figure in the front and the few hand accessories. It says Ben Reilly Spider-Man on kind of like an ad like on top of the building, which is cool. And there's the animated series logo. And on the back we have all the warning information, and then the other figures from the wave, as well as there's a read up on Ben Reilly right there. And same picture up at the top, and showing you how to remove the hands, which is straight down. So I don't know why they bothered with that, but that's there anyway, just in case you forgot. So let's take this guy off the stand, take a closer look at the hands, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure. Alright, so I have one open hand and one swipping hand on him, and these turned out okay. Like, the web lines are decently crisp. It's more the blue on the red I find is blurry on a lot of them. And it's just straight up, like, coming off on other pieces. Like, that's really blurry on the pinky there, and it just seems to be bleeding over. Like, they had a difficult time blending the reds and blues. This one's really fuzzy. It's a bit unfortunate. And then, what is that on the back there? I'm just noticing that now. Looks like a cut or something. And last one of them was really bad. I think it was, oh, yeah, this one on his hand. Here, there's a lot of the red bleeding through that. So that kind of sucks. And the head sculpt came out really good, other than I feel the alignment is slightly off with his eyes. Like, they seem just slightly shifted over off of center, which again is unfortunate, but I am really happy with the cobwebbing. Like, that came out mostly alright. And I really like the overall aesthetic shape of it. It's very classic Spider-Man. The only thing is, yeah, the eyes are kind of off-center. The lines all throughout the figure are pretty good. Like, it's a kind of complicated web pattern, but I find the blue on the red is just, like, the fuzziest. I think they could have done a little bit cleaner job. The cobwebs are pretty good, but anytime there's red paint on blue plastic, it just does not last. But overall, like I said, I'm actually a bigger fan of this body mold than I thought I was going to be. He looked a little chunky to me, especially compared to like my Pizza Spidey that I have. That's a very slender figure, and I thought since he's his clone, it's a little awkward that this guy is so much beefier. So I've got Pizza Spidey right here, and like you can see the difference there. So at first I wasn't sure if I wanted this version, but then I decided since I mostly want him as Ben Reilly, like with the Carnage symbiote, I figured it's appropriate for him to be a little beefier because the symbiotes always kind of enhance the abilities of the host. So first we're going to go through the articulation. His head is on a dumbbell joint that allows decent movement. You can see it's rounded out at the back there, so it sort of allows it to go up extra, but it doesn't really work that well in practice. Like, I guess it does. He looks up pretty far. But an actual hinge would still be better. And he's got some attitude there, which is nice. The tilting. He's got nice butterfly joints, very, very solid. And they rotate up this far, as well as all the way around. There's an upper arm swivel, double jointed elbows. These gauntlets are fixed, like they'll rotate, but you can't really take them off unless you pulled really hard. And then the hands, you just, like I said, you just pull them to swap, and they hinge up and down on all of them. And now this middle articulation is what's different. So instead of an ab or a waist twist and an ab crunch, there's a waist crunch and then a diaphragm twist. Like, I guess this is still kind of normal diaphragm technology, but they've added the crunch way lower, which is, at first I thought it looked really weird, but now this is much more natural. Well, that's not natural body movement, but until that point, it's like mostly, it seems like a lot more like the human body in the side shifting here, and even in the, like, when you bend forward, you do kind of go first at the diaphragm and then a little lower. So I think it overall has its function. The drop down hips I find do not work as well, or like one side will work. You can see that goes down and up, but then the other side I can't really get to. I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it doesn't feel like it's shifting. And all the joints are very loose, not overly loose, but if they're already this loose now, I feel like they're gonna get worse. But anyway, so he's got the drop down hips, upper thigh rotation, double jointed knees. He's got calf rotation. Ankles move up quite far, down all the way, and he's got the really nice rocker to get in those nice wide stances with feet on the floor. So that's really good. Yeah, I actually was surprised how much I liked this figure. Like I said, at first I thought the frame was a bit big, and I thought the articulation was a bit weird, but after having him in hand, I really changed my mind about him. It's a great figure. So let's measure him with his feet in a neutral stance. Let's go even more neutral just to get his true height here. Nice vanilla pose. Okay. So Ben Reilly Spider-Man stands at just over 6¼ tall. I wouldn't quite say 6½. Again, here he is compared to the Pizza Spidey now that he's in more neutral stance, and yeah, he's a lot bigger, but it is nice to have still. And the swappable hands, like the Absorbed Man one came with the alternate Carnage hand, so I don't know why this one didn't. But here he is next to the classic costume Scarlet Spider as well. And he's standing a little bit taller. I think it's because this Scarlet Spider is Pizza Spidey legs on like a new torso, so it's a little bit shorter. But one thing I wanted to add is you can actually, because he has removable hands, you can swap them out with a set of Carnage hands if you have some lying around, and they will fit in there. So these were the ones from the VHS box set. They pop in really easily. They notably don't have the blue center, but that would be very easy to customize. And the head, if you're wondering, you can also swap with a Carnage head. I prefer actually the one that came with the which one is it? Not Maximum Carnage, the Absolute Carnage, because he has the web line. Well, it's actually just black symbiote goop, but it looks more like web line, so I think it kind of completes this look a little better. Whereas the one that came with the VHS is just flat red. So I don't know. It still works. You might even say the mouth looks a little bit closer to how it's supposed to in the animated series, but I don't know. The fact it is missing the web lines kind of bothers me. But again, very easy to customize. This one is completely plain red. So yeah, and this is how I have him on my shelf, just with a little extra Carnage accessory going like around the shoulders. Oh, he's eating it. Oh no! Ah. Sorry. How did I have this? I think it was actually because he doesn't have a hole, unfortunately, to port it into. I think I had it like a backpack style, just sort of slung around, and then I used the ends to kind of hook together like that. Yeah, clasping. And that is how I have him on my shelf. That looks pretty good. So I really like this figure way more than I thought I was going to, and I really recommend it. So I suggest you pick one up. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to stay up to date on everything Marvel Legends coming from me, hit the subscribe button somewhere up there, and the notification bell as well, so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. All right, peace out, bye.